Welcome back, Rare Coin Insider. Have you ever looked at the small change in your pocket and wondered if one tiny coin could completely change your life? Most people overlook dimes because they are small, common, and worth only 10 cents in everyday spending. They get dropped into jars, forgotten in drawers, and handed over at grocery stores without a second thought. But every now and then, stories begin circulating about certain coins that may be worth astonishing amounts of money, inspiring collectors and treasure hunters to search through every handful of change they receive. Today we are taking an incredibly deep journey into one of the most talked about modern American coins, the 2013 Roosevelt dime. Whether you are a beginner who has never collected a coin before or an experienced numismatist who has spent years studying mint errors and rare varieties, this coin has attracted enormous curiosity because people continue asking whether an ordinary-looking 2013 dime could actually become one of the most valuable modern coins ever discovered. The first thing everyone notices about the 2013 Roosevelt dime is its size. It is one of the smallest circulating coins produced by the United States Mint, yet it carries decades of history, symbolism, craftsmanship, and national pride. Although millions of these coins entered circulation, collectors know that rarity is not always determined simply by mintage numbers. Sometimes the smallest production mistake, an unusual striking error, or an exceptionally preserved specimen can separate one coin from millions of others. That possibility is exactly what keeps collectors searching through rolls of dimes every single day. Before discussing values and collectibles, it is important to understand exactly what the 2013 Roosevelt dime represents. The Roosevelt dime honors President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, one of the most influential leaders in American history. Roosevelt guided the United States through the difficult years of the Great Depression and much of World War II. His leadership left a lasting impact on the country, and shortly after his death in 1945, the United States decided to honor him on the dime beginning in 1946. Since then, generations of Americans have carried Roosevelt's portrait in their pockets every day. The letter P found on the 2013 dime indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. For many years, Philadelphia coins did not always carry a mint mark, but modern issues proudly display the P mint mark to identify their origin. The Philadelphia Mint is the oldest United States mint facility and has produced billions upon billions of American coins throughout its history. It is known worldwide for precision manufacturing and advanced minting technology, yet even with modern equipment, occasional striking errors can still occur. Those rare mistakes often become the most exciting discoveries for collectors. One of the fascinating aspects of coin collecting is that value often comes from a combination of rarity, condition, demand, historical significance, and uniqueness. A coin that appears ordinary at first glance may hide an extraordinary characteristic visible only under magnification. Collectors spend countless hours examining dates, mint marks, die varieties, doubled letters, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die chips, missing clad layers, and many other unusual features. Every detail matters because each characteristic tells part of the coin's story. The official weight of the 2013 Roosevelt dime is approximately 2.268 grams. This precise weight is carefully controlled during production because consistency is essential for circulating coinage. A noticeable deviation from the standard weight may indicate that something unusual occurred during the manufacturing process. For example, if a coin is significantly lighter or heavier than expected, specialists may investigate whether it was struck on the wrong planchet or experienced another minting anomaly. Such discoveries can transform an ordinary dime into an extraordinary collectible. When examining the obverse, or front side, of the coin, Roosevelt's left-facing portrait immediately captures attention. The engraving displays remarkable detail despite the dime's small size. Above Roosevelt appears the word liberty, while the national motto, "In God We Trust," is positioned to the left. The year 2013 appears toward the lower right alongside the P mint mark. Every letter, numeral, and design element is carefully placed according to official mint specifications. Collectors often use magnification to inspect these details because tiny differences can dramatically influence desirability. A doubled letter, an unusually shaped numeral, or evidence of die deterioration may reveal an uncommon variety. Some collectors spend years studying only Roosevelt dimes, developing an extraordinary ability to recognize subtle differences invisible to casual observers. Their expertise demonstrates that even the smallest coin can contain an incredible amount of complexity. Turning to the reverse side reveals another masterpiece of symbolic American design. A central torch represents liberty. To one side stands an olive branch symbolizing peace, while an oak branch represents strength and independence. Surrounding these elements are the inscriptions, "United States of America, 1 dime," and "E pluribus unum," the traditional Latin phrase meaning, "out of many, one." Every symbol was intentionally selected to reflect national ideals that have remained important for generations. Many people mistakenly believe that only centuries-old coins become valuable, but experienced collectors know modern coins can surprise everyone. Advanced minting technology has reduced production mistakes dramatically compared to earlier eras, making genuine modern mint errors particularly exciting when discovered. Whenever authenticated examples appear, they often generate intense interest among collectors eager to add something truly unusual to their collections. Imagine receiving a handful of change after purchasing coffee. Without looking closely, you drop the coins into your pocket and continue your day. Weeks later, you decide to organize your loose change and notice a dime that seems slightly different. Perhaps the lettering appears doubled, perhaps the strike seems dramatically off-center, or perhaps the weight differs from normal specifications. That single moment of curiosity could begin an incredible journey into the fascinating world of numismatics, where research, authentication, and expert evaluation become essential steps toward understanding exactly what has been found. Professional grading services play an important role in determining collectible value. These organizations carefully examine coins for authenticity, preservation, strike quality, luster, surface marks, and eye appeal. A coin receiving a high mint-state grade often commands a much stronger premium than a circulated example because collectors appreciate coins that appear virtually untouched since leaving the mint. Even among coins struck on the same day, tiny differences in preservation can create dramatic differences in market value. Luster is another feature collectors examine with great care. Freshly minted coins display a unique cartwheel effect as light moves across their surfaces. Over time, handling, circulation, cleaning, and environmental exposure gradually reduce this original brilliance. Finding a modern dime with exceptional untouched luster can therefore be surprisingly challenging, especially if it has circulated for years alongside countless other coins. Many new collectors ask why one coin might sell for only face value, while another apparently identical coin attracts hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The answer lies in careful examination. Tiny imperfections created during manufacturing, combined with outstanding preservation and collector demand, can transform value dramatically. That is why experienced numismatists always recommend studying coins carefully rather than making assumptions based solely on appearance. The Philadelphia Mint produced a very large number of 2013 Roosevelt dimes for circulation, ensuring Americans had sufficient coinage for daily commerce. Because of this large production, the overwhelming majority of 2013 P dimes encountered in circulation are worth their face value unless they possess exceptional characteristics such as major mint errors, certified high grades, or recognized collectible varieties. Stories claiming ordinary examples are automatically worth millions should always be approached with caution and verified through reputable authentication. Nevertheless, the excitement surrounding extraordinary discoveries continues inspiring collectors across the country. Throughout numismatic history, seemingly ordinary coins have occasionally astonished experts after careful examination revealed rare production anomalies. Such discoveries remind everyone that knowledge is one of the greatest tools in coin collecting. Understanding minting processes, die preparation, striking methods, and grading standards greatly increases the ability to recognize something genuinely unusual. Every coin begins its journey as a carefully prepared blank planchet. These planchets undergo cleaning, inspection, and preparation before entering high-speed coining presses. Hardened steel dies bearing mirror image designs strike the planchets with tremendous pressure, transferring every intricate detail onto the metal surface in fractions of a second. Modern presses produce thousands of coins every hour, requiring remarkable precision and engineering. Even under these controlled conditions, tiny mechanical variations sometimes produce collectible errors that become treasured by specialists. Collectors often discuss terms such as full bands when evaluating Roosevelt dimes. The horizontal bands across the torch on the reverse serve as an important quality indicator. Coins displaying sharply separated, fully defined bands generally receive greater attention because they demonstrate particularly strong strikes. Achieving such precision consistently during mass production is not always easy, making exceptionally struck examples more desirable among advanced collectors. Another fascinating aspect involves die life. Every working die gradually wears with repeated use. As wear increases, fine design details slowly soften until the die is replaced. Coins struck early in a die's life often exhibit sharper details than those produced later. Specialists frequently study these subtle changes to understand production sequences and identify unusual die states. Searching rolls obtained from banks has become a favorite hobby for thousands of collectors. Roll hunting combines patience, knowledge, and excitement because every unopened roll represents another opportunity to discover an overlooked rarity. Most searches reveal only common coins, but the possibility of finding an unusual error or exceptionally preserved specimen keeps enthusiasts returning again and again. The thrill lies not only in potential financial reward but also in the educational journey of learning to recognize important characteristics. Many beginners become discouraged after failing to discover valuable coins immediately. Experienced collectors emphasize that patience is essential. Building knowledge gradually often proves more rewarding than chasing sensational stories. Understanding design features, mint marks, strike quality, grading standards, and authentication procedures allows collectors to appreciate every coin for its craftsmanship while remaining prepared if an unusual discovery eventually appears. Coin preservation is equally important. Handling collectible coins improperly may introduce scratches, fingerprints, or other damage that permanently reduces value. Experts recommend holding coins only by their edges and storing promising specimens in protective holders. Avoid cleaning coins because even gentle polishing may destroy original surfaces that collectors prize. Natural appearance generally commands far greater respect than artificially brightened surfaces. As interest in modern coin collecting continues growing through social media, online auctions, and educational videos, more people than ever before are examining their pocket change. Every grocery purchase, vending machine transaction, or bank roll becomes another opportunity to learn something new about American coinage. The 2013 P. Roosevelt dime serves as an excellent reminder that history, craftsmanship, engineering, and collecting excitement can all exist within a coin small enough to fit on the tip of your finger. And this is only the beginning of the story. There is much more to uncover about rare mint errors, grading secrets, valuable varieties, auction records, expert authentication methods, hidden details, and what collectors look for when evaluating a 2013 P. Roosevelt dime. In the next part, we will dive even deeper into the features that can separate an ordinary 10-cent coin from an extraordinary collectible and explore the fascinating world that keeps coin hunters searching every single day. As collectors continue exploring the fascinating world of the 2013 P. Roosevelt dime, one lesson becomes clearer than ever. Knowledge is the greatest treasure a coin hunter can possess. Every detail matters, every mark tells a story, and every coin deserves a careful examination before conclusions are made. While millions of 2013 P dimes were produced for circulation, the excitement comes from the possibility that one example could possess characteristics that set it apart from the rest. One of the first things experienced collectors do after finding a clean-looking 2013 P dime is examine it under strong lighting with a quality magnifying glass or microscope. Tiny details that appear invisible to the naked eye suddenly become much easier to study. The lettering around the rim, the mint mark, Roosevelt's portrait, the torch, the olive branch, and the oak branch can all reveal subtle clues about the coin's production. Even the smallest doubling, die crack, or unusual surface feature may deserve additional research. Collectors also pay close attention to strike quality. During the minting process, tremendous pressure forces the coin's design into the metal blank. If everything works perfectly, every design element appears sharp and well-defined. However, variations in striking pressure, die condition, or alignment can create unusual appearances. Some coins may display weakly struck details, while others show exceptionally crisp designs that collectors find especially attractive. Another exciting area of modern coin collecting involves mint errors. These errors occur during production and are completely different from damage that happens after a coin enters circulation. Genuine mint errors may include off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die chips, struck-through errors, missing clad layers, wrong planchets, and dramatic misalignments. Because these errors originate at the mint, they often attract strong interest from collectors when properly authenticated. Imagine discovering a 2013 P dime that was accidentally struck on a planchet intended for another denomination. Such mistakes are extremely uncommon, and when verified by professional grading services, they can become highly desirable collector pieces. Likewise, coins struck significantly off-center while still showing the complete date often receive considerable attention because the error is visually dramatic and easy to recognize. Die cracks are another fascinating feature. As the hardened steel dies wear over time, tiny fractures may develop. Every subsequent coin struck by that damaged die carries the same raised crack. Some die cracks remain small, while others grow larger as the die continues operating. Advanced collectors enjoy identifying these progressive stages because they document the life of the die itself. Die chips create another category of collectible varieties. When a tiny piece of the die breaks away, extra metal flows into that missing space during striking, leaving raised blobs or unusual shapes on the finished coin. Although many die chips are minor, some become well-known collectible varieties that specialists actively seek. Another important characteristic is die doubling. True doubled dies occur during die manufacturing rather than during the striking process. The result is genuine doubling visible on letters, numbers, or design elements. This differs from machine doubling, which usually carries much less collector interest. Learning the difference requires careful study, but it is one of the most rewarding skills in numismatics. Surface preservation remains equally important. A coin that has spent years in circulation naturally accumulates scratches, contact marks, and wear. In contrast, an example preserved immediately after leaving the mint may retain nearly flawless surfaces and brilliant original luster. Such high-grade coins often receive much stronger interest from collectors because they represent the coin almost exactly as it appeared on the day it was struck. Professional grading services evaluate coins according to internationally recognized grading standards. Factors such as strike quality, luster, eye appeal, preservation, and the number of contact marks all influence the final grade. Even a single point difference near the top of the grading scale can result in a substantial increase in market value, because truly exceptional examples become increasingly scarce. Many collectors search unopened bank rolls hoping to discover untouched mint state coins before they enter circulation. Roll hunting requires patience because most rolls contain ordinary examples, but every unopened roll also carries the excitement of possibility. That anticipation is one reason coin collecting remains such an enjoyable hobby for people of all ages. Some collectors specialize only in Roosevelt dimes. They assemble complete date and mint collections, search for full bands examples, study die varieties, and compare subtle differences between coins struck at different mints. Years of experience allow them to notice characteristics that beginners might easily overlook. Technology has also transformed modern coin collecting. High-resolution digital microscopes, online auction archives, grading databases, and educational communities have made learning easier than ever before. Collectors can compare their discoveries with documented varieties, study authenticated examples, and continue expanding their knowledge from experts around the world. One important reminder cannot be repeated enough: extraordinary value claims should always be verified carefully. Stories circulating online sometimes suggest that ordinary circulating coins are automatically worth millions of dollars. In reality, the vast majority of 2013 P. Roosevelt dimes found in pocket change are worth their face value of 10 cents. Coins become significantly more valuable only when they possess genuinely rare characteristics such as major mint errors, recognized varieties, exceptional certified grades, or other unusual qualities confirmed by experts. Any claim that a specific 2013 P dime is worth $245 million would require extraordinary evidence and is not supported for normal examples. That is why authentication plays such an important role. Before assuming a coin is rare, experienced collectors compare it with verified references and often submit unusual discoveries to professional grading services. Authentication protects both buyers and sellers while ensuring that truly remarkable coins receive the recognition they deserve. The greatest reward in coin collecting is not always financial. Every coin represents a small piece of American history. It has traveled through countless hands, witnessed everyday life, and carried purchasing power across cities, towns, and generations. Even a common dime serves as a reminder of the craftsmanship and precision involved in producing billions of coins that keep commerce moving every day. Perhaps the next handful of change you receive will contain an unusually sharp strike. Perhaps you'll notice an interesting mint error. Perhaps you'll discover a beautifully preserved example that has somehow escaped circulation for years. Every collector starts with simple curiosity, and that curiosity often grows into a lifelong passion for history, art, engineering, and discovery. So before spending your next dime without a second thought, take a closer look. Examine the date. Check the mint mark. Study the design. Observe the torch, the olive branch, the oak branch, and Roosevelt's portrait. Weigh the coin if you have a precise digital scale. Compare what you see with trusted references. The more knowledge you gain, the more exciting every coin becomes. And remember, the true treasure of coin collecting is not just finding something valuable, it is learning to recognize what makes a coin special. Every search teaches something new, every collection tells a story, and every discovery adds another chapter to the incredible history of American coinage. One small dime may never change the world, but it can certainly inspire curiosity, patience, and the thrill of exploration that keeps collectors searching year after year. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoy learning about rare coins, hidden mint errors, fascinating history, and valuable collectibles, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us for the next incredible coin adventure. Until next time, keep searching your pocket change. You never know what remarkable piece of history might be waiting in the palm of your hand.